Hello dear students, welcome to the new lecture of Intermediate Part 1 Compulsory English Federal Board. Let's get started with the section 1 that consists of the MCQs. MCQ number 1, these are the people who defile the grassy border of our roads and lanes. The synonym of underlined word defile means spoil. Four options are given and you have to fill the bubble shade according to the given MCQs over here and move to the next. Number 2, they hold council with the stars whose broken branches show the scars. Which one of the following figures of speech is exemplified by this sentence? This is called alliteration. You can see here the hold council with the stars whose broken branches show the scars. Stars and the scars are the words that show the alliteration here. Number 3, which one of the following sentence is an example of the personification? He is running faster than wind. Princess do but play. Compared to this, laughter is the music of the soul. The wind is whispering in the flame. This is the last one is the perfect example of the personification because the wind could not whisper. Whispering is the nature or the habit of the human beings. So this option is the correct option of the personification. Number D. Number 4, the moment of highest interest, emotion or intensity within a story is known as number 1, catharsis, number 2, resolution, number 3, climax, number 4, denouement. So the option number C is the correct option. The highest interest of the story is called climax. It may be the highest climax of the movie over in the drama. Number 5, identify of the following sentences employing the transitional device of addition. Number 1, moreover, he will do all the cooking and cleaning while he studies. Number 2, as a result, you would be happy person. This is not a transition device of addition. They both liked birds, but he was afraid of cats. Again, this is not an example of addition. Number D, in other words, I want to drop out. So the correct option is the option number A. Then you find moreover he will do all the cooking and this is the addition, cleaning while he studies. Number 6, embrace your difficulties and take steps to change your situation. Antonyms of the underlying word embrace is reject. Although I phone her every week, my mother still complained that I did not keep in touch often enough. The underlying word denotes an example of the anaphoric reference, cataphoric reference, antecedent or exaphoric reference. This is the cataphoric reference, not anaphoric, not antecedent. Number 8, identify one of the following sentence which exemplifies the future perfect tense. Future perfect tense contains will plus have as a helping verb. So you can see option number B is the correct option. Number 9, which one of the following sentence contains the example of a gerund? Gerund is the first form of verb plus ing when it denotes the noun or the pronoun. I saw them crossing the street. No, they were singing nicely. No, he was served as a sizzling hot pot. You see, all three examples in this, all three examples and options, all ing form of the verb is the participle, not the gerund. But the option D, I was afraid of hurting her feelings. Here, feelings is the gerund. Number 10, which one of the following sentence carries an indefinite pronoun? He himself cancelled his degree. Those are my books. Who stole my pen? Number D, somebody pushed me from behind. So somebody pushed me from behind. Somebody is the indefinite pronoun. Number 11, she had quite abandoned the hope of getting married. Pick the correct meaning. Abandonment, discriminate. Number 12, which of the following sentence is correctly punctuated? Haven't you finished writing? said Sarah. And have not you finished writing, said Sarah. Apostrophe has been omitted, inverted commas has been omitted from here. Number C, have not you finished writing? Question mark is given but without inverted commas. Number D, have not you finished writing? You see question mark also needed in the sentence, and it, also the inverted commas and said Sarah full stop at the end of the sentence. So option number D is the correct option. Number 13, which one of the following sentence contains an adjective clause? Fruit that is grown organically, it's expensive. Organically is expensive. So this is the adjective clause. Number 14, which one of the following sentence illustrate the use of an intransitive verb? I give them a second chance to prove themselves. Jamil sent a postcard from Jhang. The plane landed on the airport safely. She left the keys on the table. So the correct option of intransitive verb is the option number C. The plane landed. Number 15, which one of the following sentence contains a participle phrase? A participle means you know the fourth form of verb. Option number C is the correct option. Would you like to walk instead of taking the cab? Number 16, the boy who claimed to have a broken arm caught the ball. The underlined part of the sentence, who claimed to have a broken arm, is an adjective clause. Option number C is the correct option. Number 17, Mrs. Aisha, his favorite teacher, assigned him the comprehension of Moby Dick. The underlined part of the sentence, his favorite teacher, is a positive phrase. Number 18, which of the following sentence contains an example of adverb of degree? Adverb means that the word that adds a meaning to the verb is called an adverb. So the option number D, it is extremely hot today. Extremely shows the adverb of degree here. So option number D is the correct option. Number 19, coverage of the scrutiny process is central to our parliamentary democracy. So democracy is an abstract noun. Number 20, although he was too rich, he was miserably unhappy and discontented. The sentence is a complex sentence. How, although he is too rich. Number 1, he is miserably unhappy. Number 2, and discontented. So the sentence is a complex sentence. Moving forward to the subjective part of this paper, section B contains 40 marks. That is from your section, from your paper A. You have to read the para carefully, specifically understand the word underlined here, and then write a summary in your own words, in simple words, that carries 8 marks. And you also have to put a suitable title for the passage. Later on, you have to attempt 5 short questions carrying 4 marks each, and the total marks of this passage is 28. 28. So coming to the question, number 1 question is write down the summary of the given passage and suggest a suitable title. What you have to do is to read the para and to precise it into the 1/3 of the para. And this para it will show you 7 marks, and 1 mark is of the suitable title that was given here, the mode of education, right? The modes of education is the title. So next is you have to attempt the answers of any 5 questions. So what does the writer mean when he uses expression of the formal education? Do you agree with the writer's opinion on existing system and formal education? You see, the question is depend upon your is focusing on your opinion, taking your opinion on the discussion that is presented in the paper, right? So same like way, what can be input about the author's attitude toward the television? Do you share his opinion on television and other gadgets? It means that you have to focus on your self-writing if you want to get good marks in your exam. Same like what is the tone of the given expert? Elaborate it briefly. Number 5, how do you look at your exam system? Do you agree with the author's view on the test? Our current system of examination was devised by the British who wanted to produce clerks. They do not want us to be successful in our lives. That is why they wanted to produce clerks from us, not the scientists or the people who can uh, build the nation to the progress. So this is an important thing, that you have to carefully read the para and be precise in your answer. Do not exaggerate what you are asking, what you are asked about. What, according to the author, does a child learn at the early stages of his formal education? During the first stage, the formal education, a child learns some political traits like forming a powerful alliance. Parents demonstrate the solidarity of such an alliance by clearly showing their disgust towards the people of color, instilling in their innocent minds how to discriminate on the basis of the race and color. Right? So this is an important question that carries a huge weightage in your paper, is of 28 marks. Last question is deduce the meaning of the underlined words, and these are the words that were underlined here in the paragraph. You have to give their synonyms in the last part. Okay. Number 3, question number 3, part A, is of 6 marks. You have to carefully read the poetic extract that is taken from your book and give the answer to the questions given below. Each question carry 2 marks. Here is the what is the theme of the extract, means read the poem, read the stanza given above, and write down the theme of the extract. Second question, what difficult choice is the poet obliged to make? Taking the decision, choosing the path is one of the most difficult decisions that poet had to make. He had 2 choices, but when he opted for one road, rejecting the other, he thought that he might regret in future. Third question is, write down the 2 rhyme scheme of the given stanza. What is the rhyme scheme? Here you notice, look at the stanza here. You see, first stanza and the first line of the stanza, would, and third, stood. Second, both, and third, could. So the rhyming scheme is the A, B, A, A, B, or C, D, C, C, D. Means you have to look whether it is following a specific scheme of rhyme or not, and you have to write here. Same like where you have an option to this question whether to attempt the above stanza or the second. Part B, attempt any one of the following question. This is from literature point of view, and your conceptual paper depends upon the playwright often create conflict of character whose struggle provides for the crisis of tension in the play. Elaborate reference to the play you have read. Answer, conflict. Conflicting characters are the engine of a storyline of any work of the fiction that drive the story forward. If there is no conflict between the character, the story could become so boring that it could not progress towards the climax. Conflict, both internal and external. Conflict should be both internal and external, come from the contradictory wearing traits inside the character, such as a fear versus ambition. A contradiction as a result of clash between the 2 external and powerful wills pitted against each other. Some character eventually concede defeat, other remain stubborn until they succeed or die. So this is an example from the play. In one interplay, Progress, St. John Erwin established a basic conflict between the 2 ideas of point of view of the war mongering arms dealer and that of the peace loving universal mother, Mrs. Maldon. The play progresses has also sufficiently exposed the motive behind the words. So you can well understand the purpose of this question, that how you have to explain these literary terms according to your book, according to the asked question in your paper. Next question is, what is the difference between the flexible and inflexible character explained with reference to any piece of literature from you, or you have read from any other source, right? So a character that can be defined any person, animal or figure represented in a literary work. The character grips attention of the reader and audience and make them want to know what happened next. The concept of flexible and inflexible character is closely tied to character development. A flexible character is the one who goes through some part of change, and the inflexible character is that who could not change its properties. Normally a flexible character is a protagonist, and inflexible characters are used to be the villains of the story, but not ever, right? Moving forward to the section C, that is basically from your paper B. Write your CV for the post of financial advisor in insurance company advertised in a newspaper. Here is the pattern of the CV writing. You have to draw this pattern for writing a CV. Your personal profile on the left side and your photo on the right side. Below you can see the objective. You have to mention the objective, looking for an optimization position where I can integrate the strategies to develop and expand the existing standard to prime level of the excellence. Later on you have to mention your education and your qualification in specific order. The order should be followed is that your latest education is on the top, later qualification should be on the top. Next you have to mention the work experience, and then skills and distinctions. Then you have to mention hobbies and interests. At the end you will put the reference. Excellent references will be furnished on demand or request. This is your CV profile that you have to draw in your paper according to the given question. Number 5, question number 5A. Illustrate the correct use of the tenses in 6 of the following. You have choice here. You are given with the 8 choices, 8 numbers, and attempt only 6. You have 2 choices here. Number 1, we dash the trash for pickup. You are given with the 2 options. Choose one option and put here in the blank. Leftover. Number 2, Daud and Baba dash each other at the mall. Rain into each other. Number 3, he dashed his hat immediately in order to show me his new hairstyle. Took off. Number 4, after the death of her husband, she was left with no one to dash, no one to fall back upon. Number 5, after more than 50 years of marriage, nothing could dash them. Nothing could come between them. Number 6, the jungle caught fire and it could not be dashed by the local fire. Put out. Number 7, the professor spoke for hours, but students could not dash anything, could not make out anything, could not understand anything. Number 8, Shirley thought she dashed cheating until the teacher asked her to stay after the class. Got away with cheating. Got away with cheating. You know. Next, the section B is use the correct form of verb given in the parentheses. They dash on the project at the moment. At the moment means this is the continuous form of a sentence, so they are working. Number 2, he dash a novel since last October and is about to finish it. As the word since is here, so it identifies that the sentence is the present perfect continuous tense. So we have to put here he has been writing. Number 3, age and experience bring wisdom to the man. Bring wisdom. Same you have to put here. Number 4, I will call you when the guest dash, when the guest arrive. You see, it's a conditional sentence. The first part of the sentence carry the helping verb will, so the second part will carry the present tense. Number 5, the box dash so heavy that I could not lift it. The box was so heavy. How do you know that it here put is, am, are, or was, were? Because the second part of the sentence you find quite not. That's why we have to put here was. Number 6, they dash here next week to visit my newly found firm. Next week, whenever a sentence ends or starts with the next week, next year, and the next etc., you will have to convert the sentence into the future. They will come. Number 7, he wants Mary dash the dishes. He wants Mary to do the dishes. Uh, Part C is a 4 marks. Punctuate the following line. He invited me to the football game. First thing to remember that always start your sentence with the capital letter. He invited me to the football game. As it is a short sentence within a sentence, so put here comma. But I should be capital. But I was not. This is wasn't or the was not. Put an apostrophe before T. Right? Put an apostrophe before T. Won't be able to go. Again, you have to put a comma. James said it means the sentence has been completed here, which is the sentence of James. So we put in inverted commas here. And then James said with full stop. And I heard later that it was a great game. A should be the capital of and put inverted commas again here. I should be capital and that it was a great game and put the inverted commas of. Question number 6. Write a letter to the editor of a newspaper about the fuel price, about the fuel price raise and its effect on the public. This is the letter. Remember one thing that in old pattern you would have to start your letter with the tongue too, but here isn't. Start your letter from the left top, examination hall, city, ABC, put your date here, and later you have to mention to whom you are writing this letter to, and then mention the subject. Then respected salutation should be there, respected sir, madam, or you can simply write sir because it's an official letter. As your esteemed newspaper enjoy the repute and reliability in the world of the print media, I would like to bring a burning question to the kind notice of concerned authorities. Means in first para you have to write a significant value show to ponder upon the significance of the topic that you are writing in this letter. And in second para, you have to mention the causes and effects. And in the last para, you must have to give some suggestions or the leaking areas. Just like the lackadaisical approach toward the situation can make this even worse, people are on the horns of a dilemma. It is hoped that through this stream, the column of your newspaper, this issue will be considered and concerned authority will pay immediate heed to give to this grave issue. And in the end, I put put the regards, yours truly, or regards as you and the letter. Next question is the question number 7. You have choice to this question specifically to the passage that has to be translated. Translate the following passage from English into Urdu. If you find it easy, then you must go with it because it can secure your marks. Fully write a dialogue between the two friends sharing their preparation. Plan for the upcoming exam. Dialogue must have at least 8 sets of conversation relevant to the topic other than opening and the closing. Means you do not have to mention anything that is not relevant to the topic. Let's have an example. For example, a friend A, Ali, spots his friend B, Ahmad, walking past his street. Friend A, hey, friend B, Oh, hi. What a pleasant surprise. A long time to see you. Where have you been? Miss you here. The first two dialogues can be spared out of this conversation that are not marked up to date. So your main point is necessary from the next lines. Friend A, it is something that I should be asking you since you are the one crossing my street and did not consider greeting me. Friend B, oh, I'm so sorry. I was in a hurry. I just came to get some stationery from the shop near your house. What you have been up to these days? Look, these sentences that your dialogue has quickly turned to the topic that you are given in your question paper. So you have to write down the dialogue keeping in view the following things, and in the end, friend B, oh yes, I forgot I had to get my station too. Well, I will take a leave then. Best of luck for the final, friend A. Thank you. Best of luck to you too for the exam. Bye. Right? So this could be the pattern of the dialogue. This is all about your paper that you have to prepare for your final preparation. I hope you guys find it in good way to you. Jazakallah khair.